Hi, Dogs by Nature. Welcome back to the film room. Today I'm going to be breaking down the first play of the game against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm sure this is a play that had a lot of Browns fans thinking, oh no, here we go again. Uh, this is a huge touchdown run by Jamaal Charles. Thankfully for us, the Browns were able to turn around and deliver a convincing win this past Sunday. As we look at the all 22 here, we're going to see something pretty odd. We see Brady Quinn under center and not one, not two, but three running backs behind him. And these players aren't all running backs. The very back here, the back, is Dwayne Bowe, number 82 for Kansas City. I believe that Daboll is doing what we've known him to do, which is to scheme really well to begin the game. With this play, I think Daboll's trying to figure out how the Browns are going to utilize number 23, Joe Haden. We've seen Haden follow receivers like A.J. Green and Brandon Marshall around the field into the slot and sort of align our other cornerbacks based on where Joe is and Joe based on where the other team's best receiver is. Daboll, I think, is trying to figure out, hey, are the Browns going to have Joe follow Dwayne all over the field, or are they going to just leave him here on the left side of the formation? So as Bowe motions into the slot, we see Joe is in fact staying on his left side of the field. And if I'm Daboll, I almost have two game plans. One if Joe Haden is on Dwayne Bowe the whole game, and another one if Bowe can sort of get the matchup that he's getting here, which is Usama Young. And that is scary for Browns fans, but Kansas City could use that to their advantage definitely later in the game. So Daboll uses this formation to figure out that one critical piece of information, but he is also able to generate a huge play out of this. Now, as we see Bowe motion in the slot, we see the common response from a Dick Jauron team, which is that when one safety drills down into the box, the other one drops out. It's pretty clear we're playing a single high coverage. And instead of sort of walking TJ Ward over to that side of the field, our safeties just trade who's up in the box and who's deep. Corresponding with that, though, you'll notice as TJ leaves, we have a pretty big gap on this side of the formation. Our line doesn't shift over, our backers don't shift over, and we're left sort of really selling out to this high side of the formation, and the Chiefs sort of have us outflanked down here. You can see Charles gets through almost untouched. I don't know if TJ Ward even gets a piece of him there. And credit Charles, he's a great back in the open field. He's got a lot of speed, and that's why he's a dangerous threat and a guy that you want on your fantasy team and don't want to have to play against in fantasy because he can break those from anywhere on the field. This end zone angle is going to give you a little bit better of an idea of how the Chiefs out-leveraged us. So you can see here with the center, if I draw a line through the center, they have 1, 2, 3, and with the fullback, that is 4 blockers to the right side of the formation. We have 1, 2, and 3 defenders. Joe Haden is just off the screen to the right here. We're going to see him in a minute. As I roll this forward, Kansas City is able to seal off the backside defenders with their 3 linemen. And you'll notice that it is Taylor, I believe this is Rucker, and then DeQuell Jackson here with these 3 linemen. They are doing something here successfully that we have not been able to do all year on a consistent basis on offense, and that is to run away from the extra guy in the box. If you count Joe Haden, we have 8 in the box. That means we have enough. We have 1 more than they can block, which means this run shouldn't work. Okay, but if you watch Kaluka Mayava, he is unblocked the entire play, and he's just not fast enough to chase this play down from the backside, and not many people are against Charles, but we don't have the numbers on the front side of the play to be able to slow him down and let that extra man come in pursuit, okay? So here you can imagine if we had somebody clogging up the line a little bit, Mayava can come in, make the tackle, maybe it's a 4-yard gain. Instead, They have the blockers to seal us off, and Charles can simply run away from Kluka Maiyava. And that is how a lot of NFL teams will try to run against a +1 situation in the box, is by having an overload in a select area of the line, in this case the right half of the field, and being able to run away from that last run support defender. So we'll just roll it forward here. You can see backside pursuit, backside pursuit, backside pursuit, all cut off. And the front side, they don't need to really overpower us. They just sort of need to cover us up. A nice double team here with the tackle on the tight end on Sheard up to Hayden. And when you get to this situation, there's only one linebacker here, James Michael Johnson. He's sort of having to fill two gaps here. He runs to the one that's the biggest threat. Fullback is able to cut him off, and it's off to the races. So credit Daboll for having great openers in this game. Credit Jamaal Charles and the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs for making a big play. But at the end of the day, this is a great win for the Browns and a great sign of things to come. Hopefully we'll be able to get a few more victories where it's not me getting nervous and in a cold sweat in the fourth quarter. Thanks for tuning in to Rufio's Film Room.